Greetings, Canucks fans. Welcome to Canucks Quest. I'm Rob, lifelong Canucks fan. Well, actually, let's say since '82, when I couldn't figure out why all the adults were crowded around the TV at playoff time. On this channel, I'm not going to do a lot of game reviews, but I've had a ton of thoughts after Game 1 versus Calgary, being the season opener and all, and I was pretty stoked to see how we did against Edmonton. So here's some thoughts, theories, and roundups. I've not really introduced myself on this channel here, but I am obviously a Canucks fan, just like you. But I actually had the awesome opportunity to actually work Canuck games for Sportsnet and actually for Canucks themselves during pay-per-view. That was a long time ago. I was the score operator for all the home games you saw on Sportsnet from about 2007 until Rogers got the national rights, and then a few of us lost our gigs. But that's a story for another day. Actually, this amazing YouTube, wrong side, shows a lot of my handiwork for the home Sportsnet games. I'll have to buy Nick876 a beer one day. Okay, on to Game 2 of this new 2025-2026 season. You know, after Game 1, I thought I was going to be wrong about this team. Well, Game 1 in the last preseason game versus Edmonton. But this Oilers game has kind of brought me back down to earth. After the Calgary game, I thought we had found some magic with the young guns and Demko and the emergence of Chytil, a healthy Chytil anyways. Chytil was great. Petey was decent, not great, but pretty decent. And I was looking forward to seeing us build on that game. But that really wasn't the case. Okay, on to Game 2 versus the dreaded Edmonton Oilers. Wow, oh wow. Demko was incredible. If he can keep this up, other teams are in for a rough ride against old Demmer. What a performance. Draisaitl and McDavid were both shaking their heads often during this game. And with Lankinen, great news for us, we should have one of the best tandems in the league. So that is definitely exciting moving forward. Obviously, Quinn's great. He's always great. He was a bit quiet this game, and that's going to happen, obviously, in a long season. But teams have seen enough of him now over the years that they're going to have a game plan for him. And yet, he still lost 2 or 3 guys at the line with his tight turnbacks. So incredible to see. We're so lucky, and it's so amazing to have this guy. And he set the Canucks record for D points in 490 games less than Edler. Crazy. The rest of the D, they were pretty good. I thought there was nothing really noticeable about them as a collective past Quinn, and that's a good thing. Hronek played pretty good. I liked seeing what he brought to the game last night. And if you're not noticing the D, particularly in a bad way, then that's nothing but a good thing. It was interesting to see Myers get woken up after that big hit by Draisaitl. If we see more of that from Myers, that is nothing but a bonus. The depth. Okay, so the third and fourth lines. This game, they were not as noticeable as they were against Calgary or in the last preseason game versus Edmonton. That game, the depth was very noticeable. They made a super big difference in the game. Sherwood, O'Connor, Ratu, Baines, and Coots, they were all very impactful in my mind. Moving forward to last night, Game 2, it's almost as if Edmonton took that preseason game and was able to game plan around it. Preseason, I thought Foote did a masterful job of the lines in that game. And in this game, I thought Knobloch and his coaching staff seemed to have a counter plan for whatever Foote and company did to nullify the Edmonton attack in the preseason game. The lineups were almost fully regular season rosters. And we did great in that preseason game. Not so much in this game. I'll say that the Edmonton depth made a big difference for them, the role players, and they were very effective. And that was good for Edmonton in supporting McDavid and Draisaitl, who were both unreal last night. But Demko was incredible, and he showed why he is one of the top goalies in this league. Okay, the Top Guns. Here's what I think will be a problem for this entire season. Against Calgary, this seemed to be solved, at least what they showed us in that game. And versus Edmonton, the cracks in this lineup, the foundation, they showed. Petey was quiet. Chytil was trying but was kept to the outside. Besser and DeBrusk had small bursts. And Kane and Garland were noticeable but couldn't generate anything. For me, Kane looks to be a little behind in his chemistry with his new line mates, so he's going a bit solo. His passes aren't connecting yet, and I hope this gets better because he has great tools in his toolkit. He can be super effective. But right now, he's not gelling with his new team. And, well, it is what it is at that point. Great hits, great physical presence, obviously. And wow, big hit last night. That was rock'em sock'em hockey for sure. Wow. But the rest of this for the Top Guns will be the issue that remains to be seen and solved. But those are some thoughts I had for the Calgary game to the Edmonton game. I was very hopeful and excited after the Calgary game. I think Calgary, as an aside, is in trouble this year. They have young talent, but they look slow, and we handled them no problem. So playoff picture-wise, that is great news for us. Game 2, Edmonton, was a different story. We were stifled. They kept us at the outside and limited Quinn's chances and our Top Guns. And if it wasn't for Demko, it would have been a 6 or a 7-1 game. All right, upwards and onwards, lots of games to go, and we'll see. I think we still need one more forward. I thought that after the Calgary game, where we did well enough, I thought, wow, if we can add one more forward, but I don't think that's going to necessarily solve it. But who knows what that looks like? There's cap issues, and right now, without Pettersson and Chytil going, we have no offensive bite. Garland and Besser will chip in, Kane if we're lucky, and the depth will have to get it done. But that's going to be a long, long season if that's what we're relying on. Okay, thanks for spending a few minutes with me here on Canucks Quest. I hope you learned something. Go Canucks go, and remember, there is only one goal: win that